Hey there, Jon Chorba here from ReallyEasyGuitarLessons.com, and in this video lesson I'm going to show you how to play an easy strummy version of Chicken Fried by Zac Brown Band. So again, this is an easy strummy version on the recording. Zac Brown's got a lot of fancy guitar playing that we are going to omit in this. This is for the beginner guitar player that wants just to be able to play a simple strumming version of the song that they can do around the campfire, back deck, living room, what have you. Okay, so just basic open chords, simple strumming pattern. Let's jump in and get started. All right, we're going to take a look at what chords we're going to use in this. There's only 3 of them, but you have to put a capo on the 4th fret to be in the original key of the song. So capo up the 4th fret, and everything that I'm going to explain is in relationship to the capo. And again, only 3 chords. This is a great song for the newbie. You know, again, this is a simplified strumming version of this. This is not anything that's happening on the recording. So we're going to do a D, open D string, 2nd fret G, and again, that's 2nd fret relative to the capo. 3rd fret B with the ring finger, 2nd fret E with the middle finger, play from the D string down. Then we are gonna do an A, and because of the speed of the song, I recommend doing the A with just 1 finger, open A string, and then use your 1st finger to hold down the 2nd fret of the D, G, and B. You could do, you know, the 3 fingers all on that 1 fret, but because of the speed of the song, I think it's a little bit easier to just use the 1 finger approach. And then the last chord we're going to use is going to be a G, which I'm going to do like this, 3rd fret E with the middle finger, 2nd fret A with the index finger, D strings open, G strings open, B strings open, ring finger, 3rd fret of the high E. If you want to, you could do like this version of the G too, if you would like to, where you have the ring finger on the B string of the 3rd fret and your pinky on the E string. But I'm gonna roll with this one. So just 3 chords in the whole song: D, A, and G. All right, and there's only 2 chord progressions in the song, a chorus and a verse. So for the chorus chord progression, we're gonna do D for 2 measures. A measure is 4 beats. Okay, so 8 total beats of D, 2 measures of A, 2 measures of G, and then 1 measure of D, and 1 measure of A, and then repeat all of that again. 2 measures of D, 2 measures of A, 2 measures of G, 1 measure of D, and 1 measure of A. So I'm going to go through and do what I call chord placing, which is just playing the chord 1 time in the timeline of the song. I have the isolated vocal here, and I'm going to go ahead and play along with it.
You know, well, I'm a chicken fried and cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio. Well, I was raised up in
So for the strumming pattern for the chorus, we're going to do boom chicka, which is a down, down, up strum. But the first down is on the low part of the chord, and the down up is on the high part of the chord. So for the D, okay, I'm hitting like the D, just the D string or the D and the G string, and then I'm moving to the higher part of the chord for my down up, and the same thing on the A. I'm hitting the A and D string, and then I'm moving to the higher part of the chord for a down up, and then the same thing on the G. I'm hitting the low string, and then the high string for the down up. And then 2 boom chickas equal 1 measure. So you would do it 4 boom chickas for D, 4 boom chickas for A, 4 boom chickas for G, and then 2 boom chickas on that D, and 2 boom chickas on that A. I'm going to go ahead and play along with the isolated vocal, showing you how to strum and do these chords.
You know, well, I'm a chicken fried and cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio. Well, I was raised up beneath the shade.
All right, so for the verse progression, it's going to be D for a measure, A for a measure, G for a measure, A for a measure, and then that whole thing repeats 4 times, okay? And for strumming for this, you have some options, okay? You could either keep it really easy and just strum the chord once and let it hold for those 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You could totally just do that. You could do boom chicka as you did in the chorus, although I feel like switching up the strumming for the verse will make the whole thing sound a little bit better. You could do quarter notes. So just doing 4 down strums per chord. I think if you do the quarter note approach, I would accent beat 1 and then lightly strum beats 2, 3, and 4. But what I think sounds pretty cool would be to do what I would call down, 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 up, which would be a down strum on beat 1, a down strum on beat 3, a down strum on beat 4, and then an up strum on the end of 4. So it'd be 1, 2, 3. Sorry, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. I like that. That's kind of how I would approach it. And then one last little thing is that the last A chord, I would do it on a stop. So you do that progression D, A, G, A. You do it again, D, A, G, A. You do it again, D, A, G, A. And then you do it a 4th time, D, A, G, A. And that last A, right before you start singing, a little bit of chicken fried. As it's going back into the chorus, I would stop on that. So let me go ahead and play along with it, and I'll show you what I would do.
Well, I was raised up beneath the shade of a Georgia pine, and that's home, sweet tea, pecan pie, and homemade wine, where the peaches grow. In my house, it's not much to talk about, but it's filled when love is grown in southern ground, and a little bit of
And there's one little extra thing that you could do in that verse. Again, it's going to be on the last iteration of it, the 4th time. When you get to the G, right before you go to the G to the A, one thing you could do to kind of approximate what's happening in the song, so you take your G chord and you use your index finger to play the 2nd fret of the E, and you just alternate between 3, 2, 3, 2, and then you stop on the A, like that. I'll go ahead and play through that verse again, and I will do that at the end of it.
Well, I was raised up beneath the shade of a Georgia pine, and that's home, sweet tea, pecan pie, and homemade wine, where the peaches grow. In my house, it's not much to talk about, but it's filled when love is grown in southern ground, and a little bit of chicken fried.
And that is it to the song. So to break it down in terms of the song structure, you have your chorus first, and then you do your first verse, which again, you do that pattern 4 times. 2nd chorus, 2nd verse, 3rd chorus. There's a fiddle solo and a bridge, which is just the chorus progression. And with that bridge, you could scale back the boom chicka to maybe just strumming it on beat 1. And then your last 2 choruses are the same as your, first 3 of them. So you're just really doing those 2 chord progressions over and over again throughout the whole song. All right, and like with all really easy strummy versions of song, you want to follow the same process. 1, make sure you know how to play the chords. You got to know how to play a D, an A, and a G in order to even get started with anything. So make sure you know how to do that first. And then also always focus heavily on your chord changes. Going from a D to an A is not that hard, but I know going from G back to D can give students some trouble. So if that causes you problems, focus a lot on that specific change in isolation in your practicing. And then when you go to add strumming to everything, make sure that you watch out for that gap of doom. You want to make sure that as you're changing chords, you're not hearing long gaps of silence in between your chord changes. If you do, that is always the tell that you got to work on your chord changes more. That's it for this video lesson. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.